Hi there. I feel like a kid with Legos playing with PVC. So we bought this is the Costco Bestway pool. It's 20, I think it's 22 or 20, I'm not even sure, by 12 by 48 inches deep. It's the Bestway Platinum Series Power Steel. So I needed a cradle for this solar cover that we bought. They didn't have any oval shaped solar covers. So I ended up buying a rectangle one and then cutting it to size. I can put the link to the solar cover if you're interested. So when pulling the solar cover off, the dilemma was, where do you put it? It's kind of heavy, awkward, it's just awful. So you need a place to put it. So I was looking online and I saw that other people were using just this simple Ubrackets, and it didn't have the railings. So I tried it, and I just started with the Ubrackets, and there was 3 of them, because at the end of this Bestway pool, there's only 3 posts. So they're kind of far apart, and when I was pulling the solar cover off, it would start to fall through, it'd end up on the ground, it would pick up gravel. It's kind of a pain. So that design is not really helpful for the Costco Bestway pool. So I left the frame intact, and then I ended up adding some railings. So I used T-connectors, and then the I don't know what these are called, like cross connectors. I don't really even know what they are. So for the frame, I used 1-inch PVC pipe, and I used one 10-footer, and then each piece of the frame is a foot, and a foot. And then so you just need one of them, one of the 1-inch PVC pipes, and then 3 caps. So for the 3 posts for the end of this pool, 3 posts there. And then I used some elbows at the top. And then for the rails, I didn't feel like I needed something as heavy as the frame, so I went with 3/4. So I had to use elbows that are 1-inch to 3/4 reducers. So there's an elbow on this side, and then one other elbow on the other side, and then all of the rest is T-connectors. So like I said, this frame was already in place, so I just took my PVC cutter, and if you don't have one and you're using this project, I highly recommend it. It was probably $8 and really worth every penny of it, because it just made it so much easier for me anyway. I don't like using saws. So then I just started taking, cutting, and I didn't measure. I just sort of guesstimated, but I left enough space so this could connect to the PVC there. So I used T-connectors. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 T-connectors. The T-connectors ideally would have been 1-inch with a 3/4 reducer, but they didn't have any at the hardware store. So I bought the 1-inch T's, and then I bought a 1-inch to 3/4 reducer. So it would have been much easier and a lot less gluing had they had the correct one. But with PVC, it's like Legos. You could just put it together any way you want, is what I'm finding out. So, and then the T's, I wanted a little bit of wiggle room, because I knew when I was building it, I would need a little bit of give when I was getting the last end in. So I went with the 1-inch crosses here. Like I said, I don't know what they're called. I just saw these and I thought, oh, that'll work. So I'm going to call them crosses. So I went with the 3 crosses there at the base. So these, like I said, as it moves, they're have a little bit of wiggle room there. And then I glued it on this side. So what I would highly suggest, if you're building this, is that you can start with the base like I did, or put it all together with the T's. And then once you have it up and you have the base, I actually peeled off the tape here so you can see. So I used, I don't even know what these are called. These things, I don't know, metal tie wraps. I don't know what they're called. And then I put tape around them, because I didn't want the sharp edges, even the risk of cutting the pool. So I would glue in this end first, put all your pipes in, you know, make sure they're fed through there, obviously, so you're going to have to feed them this way. Glue them all in that way, so then you're going to have all these ends dangling. And since the way it's set up on this, there's a little bit of wiggle room, so you can kind of pull this in or push it out, and then glue all 6 of these. So you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Glue them all because you've got all the pipe cut to fit. Stick them all in there, and then put the pressure this way until they're secure. And then the primer and the glue seem to dry pretty quickly, so that wasn't an issue. But yeah, so this actually works fantastic. Way better than just the U-cradles because my solar cover kept on hitting the floor. So if you have any questions, comment in the section below. I had mentioned that I use only one 10-foot 1-inch PVC, and then I ended up using 6. I used 10-foot because now I have a bunch of extra because I have other ideas for the PVC. So I actually bought 6 of these. They're like $3 each, so I didn't feel like I was breaking the bank. So 6 of the 3/4 PVC, 10 feet long. So again, hope you found this helpful, and I certainly did. It definitely keeps my solar cover off the ground. If you have any questions, comment below. I hope you have a great day.